What's up, guys? Iggy here. It has been a hot freaking week in this shop, and I apologize I haven't done a video because it's just been so damn hot in here. It has been averaging 92 to 100 degrees inside, which sucks because I got the fans blowing like on the other side of the oven, so the heat's blowing on me, so I ended up moving fans. Anyways, so I had someone call me, and they were looking for an HK CC9 with an open bottom holster. Now, if you're not familiar with the HK CC9 palehorse mold, or any vacuum form mold for that matter, the retention holes are forward of the muzzle. So if I was to cut it right at the end of the firearm, it's going to have to loop around and go under that so you have room for the retention plates. Customers didn't want that. So what I did is I scanned the gun on the 3D scanner, and after everything got all set there, I went and put it on Tinkercad, and I added that blocking that I need to make an open bottom holster. And in a few hours, I'm going to machine it. It is almost 12:40. It's now Friday. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to machine it out of pine in the morning, test fit it and see how it goes, and then I'll be able to do that. So I pretty much wanted to see how easy it would be to get a mold on here and then just to add the blocking for the muzzle. So not too bad. Pretty excited. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't think I'm going to start it now. Like I said, it's almost 1 o'clock. It's been a long week. So let's just move on in the morning. After the machining, this is what it's going to look like. So you really can't even tell where it was put on. That's pretty impressive. That line right here, there you see, that is the wood simulation in this. So it is pretty seamless. Hell yeah. All right, 2:04 Friday morning, and this only took a half hour to get to this first part. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set the 1/16 in there, and I'm doing this. Then I'm going inside to have a little snack, and then, I don't know, maybe Gran Turismo 4 for an hour, and then nap, and then back in here. This is gonna take probably 5 hours or so at the speed I have it. That's just a guess. This was only 30 minutes right here. Well, it's the next day. It's actually around noon. I went to bed at 4:30 and I got up at 8. And, well, we are at this point now. Mold is done. I did cut it out. I did mess up a little bit, but I did fix it. So I had to put a little bit of a bondo right here. Mainly because I wasn't high enough. As soon as I started the saw, it was on it. And I was like, well, I had to fix it. So here we go. But we have the original palehorse mold that I did, and as you can see, there is a chamfer right there for the you know, for the shape of the slide and whatnot. And oh, now it's not there. So here we go. We got palehorses and then the copy of with the modification right there, and it came out great. So came out absolutely perfect. No complaints. So, well, actually one complaint. The only green I can get was 8x8. So luckily, this mold is like 7x7. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in lime green topo. So I have the topographic map being printed right now, and once that ink dries, we go ahead and throw it in the press and then throw it in here with the foam, because like I said, I'm curious to see how this works, how this looks, and get it out the door. I do have a gun show this weekend, so I am prepping, and luckily the gun show is in my backyard. and it should be a good time. So let's continue. Right when I said that, it was done. It's dry. So that's the topographic that I do. Black lines, and the white means that the green's going to shine through. So we'll go ahead, get this prepped, get it in there. I got to add the blocking because this is just a foaming, and I'm looking forward to see how this comes out. All right, we are in the press. That is all set. This is good to go. I got my neoprene foam and the frame right there ready to go. And also, while we are waiting on that, because we're going to be in there for a couple minutes, I did, in fact, purchase a HK CC9 magazine to verify the fitment. It is the same for the Glock 43, the Seg 3 P365. It will fit those. So if you guys are wondering what this is, it is literally the exact same. And I put it up against a Canic Meat, the MC9, and then the actually the Reflex as well. It's all the same, 365. Anything stack and a half is what will fit. Not too bad. And a quick cut and drill, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it on the blue gun, and it should be pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm liking this so far. Not too bad so far. And what we got to do is just go ahead and map it out now. So the reason why, again, that we're doing this is that this was here. We're going to have to come down, then over, and then up. The customer didn't want that. I very rarely order them like this. So this is actually going to come up like so, and then just go straight across like that. And that is how we're going to make this look decent still. And then I'm going in for a burger. Dogs want to go in too. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut that on the bandsaw. Rough cut. I'm going to go ahead and throw it on the belt sander, but as you can see, that is pretty much how it's going to look like. It is about a half inch or so, and it's what they wanted. But you can see, no funny shapes other than the lines on there. So that's looking good. I'm going to go ahead, clean it up, round it out, get it cleaned up, and then we'll get it back here for assembly. I should say it is cleanup time, assembly time, and then lunchtime. Get the pencil marks off. All the edges are rounded. All the debris and crap is out. I am really excited. This was actually the first one that I've done like that. So I've never scanned a palehorse mold and modified it. So now that I know I can do it, it's pretty unstoppable. Really putting the word unlimited in the name to use right now. Now that I got all the stuff to do it. Alright, so let's start with throwing these together. Oh yeah. I have to blow this out with the air gun as well, but let's get this on here. No claw, no nothing. The only one was this right here. So now that I know everything is all set, next time I cut this mold, it's going to be on HDPE.
and then go from there. And plus, since it's all scanned, I could go ahead and make a trim jig for this as well now. So let's go ahead and get this laser engraved and then out the door.
Well, guys, again, this came out absolutely awesome. I am honestly super proud of myself for actually being able to figure this out and get this on here without having any of the bumps and crap that you normally get. And next time I do it, I'll go ahead and do a screen recording of the process so you guys can get it too. But the fact that I went from this right here to this right here to a finished product is it's still mind-boggling to me, in the fact that I'm able to do everything 100% in-house now. So, but it is a little after noon. I got 8 dogs that are hungry, 2 kids that are hungry. I'm hungry, and so I'm gonna log off and go ahead and take a quick break. And then I got 1 or 2 more holsters I'm doing for customers today, and then it's going to be pack up time. I'm going to go ahead. I have to check my gun show inventory, make holsters for that, load the truck up, and then get ready for tomorrow. So huge shout out to Holstersmith and Knife Kits. They provided everything I used in this video, and actually Home Depot for the pine. But no, seriously, Holstersmith is always the MVP. I appreciate them like they don't even realize. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on. This holster is going out to Indiana, so in the mail it goes today, so he should see it within a few days. And honestly, I am super happy with how that came out, and you know what, more to come. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you. Build something fun, have fun doing it, make some money, make some friends, and do your thing. And I will see you guys on the next one. Keep moving forward. See you later. Love you. Bye.